Hey everyone. So today we have Charlie and Taco. I know who are brothers, who are Maine Coons. I know. And Taco here is getting big so quickly. It's crazy. He's going to be a very big boy. So a little bit special because it's two cats today. So this is Taco. I know you're so good looking. Hey, I know. And yeah, we're doing belly clip for him and a full coat groom. So washing, clipping nails, doing ears and eyes. See, he's got a bit of discharge around his eyes. We'll take care of that. I know. And yeah, his brother's just chilling. Okay, so let's see how we want to get started, buddy. What's that, eh? I know. Mm-hmm. I know, baby, eh? Okay. That's only, I think, the second time I've seen Taco, maybe the third. He's a bit high energy, so I'll see what his brother's like. I know. Charlie boy. You are going to be trouble, mister. Yeah. My best guess is that Taco's going through his terrible twos. Now, if they weren't brothers, I wouldn't have two cats just wandering around like this, but I'd rather him just get totally comfortable in exploring the space and feeling like this is kind of his place to be as comfortable as he wants. But he's off camera now, Taco, in full investigator mode, isn't he? Your brother has kindly offered to go first. Well, maybe not offered, but there we go. Okay, get that little one out. Sweetheart. You might be a distraction if we're not careful, buddy. So, a lot of these videos that I've been doing have not been making the cut because I keep on stuffing up the audio or the visuals. Today, hopefully, we get a good one because it is my hope to do about 2 of these a week. And in the early days, really big focus on just trying to, I guess, combine a bit of show and tell about what I do with maybe some handy, tips and suggestions and I guess insights from a cat groomer. And these 2 will be hopefully serving as a good example of not just the comfort levels that the cats can experience when they're in the right schedule. So I see these guys every 6 weeks, which should mean that my shaving's a lot easier because the quality of the coat hasn't deteriorated to the point where it makes shaving really sticky. I think with Taco though, we're going to see an example of what I sometimes call the terrible twos, which is around the age of 1 for cats. They can start off really relaxed and comfortable and, patient and they get really mischievous, and he looks full of beans today. I know, you're doing so well, baby. So, yeah, what else to say? The tone of my voice, that bounce, cadence, rhythm is all for the cats. Some cats do well when I keep talking, and Charlie here, I really believe, is in that category. So part of what I do, now that I'm just talking to the camera, is try and fill that space so as best as possible. And the only question I'm asking myself is how to fill more than half of these sentences, because it can quickly turn into a ramble, can't it? But I guess I can always clean it up in the edit. Hit that fast forward button if it gets really off track. Sweetheart, there we go. Probably said in other videos, I always want to repeat this for at least a while. I don't really want these to come across as educational videos on how to shave your cat, or, you know, teach other cat groomers my techniques. I think there's a good school for that about 80% of us who do this around the world, or at least in Australia. I think there's about 100 of us in Australia. I'd say about 80% of us went through the NCGI, National Cat Groomers Institute. And there's quite a lot to learn. So I think it's one of those things that you can make it look easy at times when it's not. And there's a lot of safety considerations you'd want to keep in mind. You know, even the blades that we're using, if you're getting the wrong blade, you can really actually cause a bit of damage. So I'm not going to, I guess, not planning to go too deep into the techniques, but yeah, rather sort of highlight the benefits as much as possible for cat grooming on a schedule, particularly for breeds or types of cats with conditions that predispose them to pretty frequent matting. And Charlie is thankfully serving as a pretty good example already of how much easier it is to work through a nice, clean coat. And yeah, I really like to do the belly shaving and the full coat grooming quite a lot. Main reason being is this is the part of their body where they tend to develop the matting first. So it's preventative shaving. And I talk about what the ask is of a cat. It's a way to sort of explain why we're trying to, or how I'm trying to solve for maximising their comfort. And yeah, doing mat removal shaving is a big ask. Not least because it takes more time, but also the resistance that you're getting through the blade or the comb is much greater as well. Hey, you're doing so well. Taco's just attacking my curtains now. He's very, very energetic boy. So I'm gonna have to think about when I try to work on him a little bit. And while Charlie here is in a fairly comfortable position on my lap, I'm trying to make the most out of this little angle he's on. I know, sweetheart, you're okay. Okay. handsome. You're doing so well today, mate. Charlie was a very nervous boy when I first started working on him. He's come a long way. And thankfully that's very much the norm, that well over 95, probably 99+% of the time, cats are getting better and better. The only time I caveat that statement is for boys and girls about Taco's age. You right there, mate? Taco's like the kid in the classroom that distracts everyone else from getting their work done, I reckon. I was thinking the other day, because these videos, like I don't know how this is going to go, like in the next, however long I cut this video to. We're always hoping that we keep the cats as calm as possible, but you never quite know. So there's inherent tension, I think, in these videos. And Taco's been the first time I've thought, geez, why don't I have more than one camera? But if you hear a big crash and a bang, he's up on a floating bench of fresh towels. No, and then I don't think it'll be too long until he gets himself into trouble. Okay, let's pivot and go around again. There we go. Thank you, baby. You are doing so well. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. Charlie, how are you putting up with him? I know. Yeah, he is a distraction. I'm only not putting him away because I'm trying to get him to use up some of that energy. Thank you, baby. That's okay. We can work with that. You're okay. Thank you, baby. Okay, sweetheart, hey? I know. Yep. Okay. Okay. You okay? This way. Thank you, baby. This way. Yeah, the style of cat grooming, I tend to have adopted something called reactive grooming, and I'm using lap grooming techniques, and crudely speaking, there's 3 ways to sort of safely work with a cat if I need to invoke a sense of my own safety, above just intuiting their behaviour. So one is to use the scruff, one is to use a collar, which I tend to not like to use, and one is to use towels to wrap them. I might have said this in another video. It might have made the cutting room floor, or you might be hearing this a second time. I'll try to not repeat myself every time, but as I was saying, yeah, I think when it comes crudely to those 3 styles, the cat groomers, of which there are many good ones out there, and I'm sure we all have our own style that we develop. think once you start, yeah, no, I've talked about this before. Once you start getting good at something, I think you tend to get better and better and better at that thing. Maybe to the point that the other things you could have learned, you maybe didn't master quite as well. At least I'd say that's a fairly safe example of where I'm at in my stage of about 5 years of doing this now. The first 2 years, which were sort of more assisting, washing and not so much shaving. And yeah. This is a bit waffly. He's gonna break something. That camera's gonna go flying. I know. Taco, please. Sorry, guys. You gotta come down here, mate. You cannot stay up there. You're gonna get yourself into big trouble. Come, come. Yes, okay. Handsome boy, hey? Okay. Do you want some attention? Is that what you want? Do you want some attention? I think you do. I think you do. But yeah, a lot of the techniques that I use, I wouldn't want to even teach other groomers because I'm pretty big on trust as a two-way street and doing things with these boys that would be hard to teach. And yeah, there's good teachers out there, so if you're interested, find those. But just teaching cat owners about what we do, I think, is going to be more than enough for me to have on my plate. And if they weren't from the same house, I would be using different tools, of course, but I know. I think hear those birds? Oh, get that. Taco here has so much energy. This is reactive grooming by just switching cats as we go. Oh, he's smelling me, but I know, eh? Don't know if I mentioned I love what I do. This is a pretty good way to spend my days, eh? Making cats feel as calm as possible. And their kryptonite is they know how good looking they are. They know how much we love them. And they can't help but just being like, you know, they love a bit of attention, I think. So, it's a little bit of a love bite, but very gentle. So I'm going to have to intuit a way through here that is subtly more, asking subtly more of him now. So there we go. You're okay. Thank you, baby. And yeah, it's a bit of a dance. It sometimes looks chaotic. This style, this reactive style, I do really believe in the long run, I get more and more cooperation, understanding and trust built between us when I take this approach to be a little bit, well, highly reactive. So I want to show him that I'm listening as much as possible. But gee whiz, if he is not going to be an absolute handful today, gee whiz, hey? Yeah, buddy. Look at this. So this brushwork needs to be done before I start the baths anyway. The time in the video will come, definitely want to speed it up when we're doing a lot of the drying because it takes a long time. And the only thing going through my head from decision-making perspective right now is with Taco here, I may benefit from just burning off a lot of his energy through the bathing and drying process and then coming to the shaving at the end. But yeah, because he is this age where so much energy, trying to roll with him. Yeah, things that I say a lot, there's things that I repeat a lot, but saying that the job's half cat psychology, half Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I think is a pretty good example. And I'm basically rolling with him now. And I'm introducing him to a series of different little techniques. And my hope is that, like right now, for example, he'll finally give me just a bit of his time here. Okay. Hey. You're okay. But yeah, I pull back a lot too. He's an awesome cat. You are going to be famous, mate. I know. Tell you what, you're too good looking to have those eyes looking this bad the whole time. And we'll give you a little bit. Thank you. Got a touch up now, hey? What you doing? What you doing? You're a nutter. There we go. Sweetheart. Got a bit of gunk there, buddy. Still think I'll break this up and not go too hard just yet. Just wait for him to tell me when he's had enough here, maybe. Such a purr monster. Okay. Now let's see. Let's see, hey? Yeah. Not the most traditional way to find a way to start shaving, but he's letting me, so we do. I know. Really good thing about him though is clearly not too stressed. Playful, mischievous, yes. Such a mischievous boy. Let's just be careful here. Take the right line, and doesn't have to be too clean yet. We'll clean that up later. Just want to get to some of the bigger bits. Just want to get to any bit that you'll let me, please. Okay. Thank you. Second, maybe third time I've seen Taco. Hey? I know. They're just full of beans. Give him a little break. Oh yeah, might as well show you briefly. So just jumping up all around there and getting up all here as well. There's stuff that he's knocked down. Anyway, I'm going to keep things rolling. And Charlie boy, oh, there we go. Taco's jealous of getting, he wants all the attention. I think that's what I'm seeing. Hey, oh yes, good boy, thank you. I know. Good boy. Thank you. Thank you. That's okay. Pretty good, mate. Pretty good. We're nearly there. Stay with me, hey? Okay. That'll work. This will work. Thank you. Good boy. I know. I know. There we go. Thank you. And again. That's not a bad look at it, is it? More work there. Okay. I know. I know. Hey. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, gosh. Too darn cute, mate. Yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscription, once I get to a certain number, does mean monetization, which I'd be lying if I said didn't interest me. And I've talked it over with my two cats, and we've agreed that I'll spend all the money I make on them. And the first thing they want me to do is to kit them out with a really nice cat run. So, yeah, Google ad revenues and stuff like that, however it works, I'll figure it all out, I'm sure, but clearly I do this for my cats. Everything I do is for them, isn't it? I know, and if I have to take them to the vet once a year, they don't want to be driving in a Golf. I think they're more Mercedes cats. Yeah. Mate, I think you... How would you get to the vet? Picture you pinching someone's skateboard and just running down the street with it, and no one's taking you anywhere. You've just bolted. Hey? Come, come. Good thing you're first in the day, mate, because I need my energy for you. I know. Look at you. Maybe we need to put you later in the day when you're in your tired mode. Hey, that actually could be a thing. If you know that cats are predictably more calm at one time of the day over the other, Taco here might be an example of trying to catch him when he's like having his nap time, like, because he's basically a big furry toddler. I know. So there's not much more brushwork I need to do. I'm kind of doing this really just as providing not novel stimulus, but you know, I'm trying to make this as fun and safe for him as possible. And it gives me little looks in here and there to being able to shave as well. So, no. Okay. How about this? Yeah, I was talking to a high school teacher last week, kind of about how I work with cats. She remarked just how similar it was to handling students. I know. You're okay. God, I'm just distracted by you, mate. You are. I love all cats, but some cats definitely make better, stronger impressions, don't they, hey? I know, gosh. Okay, I'm going to basically give up with him. Yeah, I'm going to cut the video here because I'm going to start the washing. Okay. I always say okay when I come back from a break. I'm going to just check my mic's working this time. Hey, oh, it is. It's working. Okay. I am so proud of how far along Charlie has come since I first met him. He really was an anxious boy. As you may or may not have seen in the bath, he was still a little bit tricky in parts, but overall not too bad. The bath setup that I've got, as good as it is, it's still, yeah, I made the decision to let Charlie be exposed to what we're doing. Oh, Charlie, let Taco be exposed to what we were doing. This guy here is the star of the show, isn't he? Like, he's always trying to make himself the centre of that camera. I know. So, because Taco here is a young one and a classic ginger boy as well, I was like, oh, I just wanted to give him some more like exposure to the sounds and stimulus of that bath before having it. And that might have been to Charlie's detriment, just a little bit. That was my best guess as to why I was getting a bit of a response from him that was not quite as calm as I'd have hoped. But if that's the mistake I've made today, I'd say that's the error of judgment. But yeah, what was I thinking about when doing all that? You went to a sports analogy again, like AFL players, but probably pick any sport, and watching the tape back after a game, and I'm sure the players themselves are looking at it going, oh, wish I did that differently, wish I did that differently, or, you know, why do I always try to torpedo it when I know that's not going to work? And I know there's a few things I'm always seeing with what I'm doing that that was not the right move, but broadly speaking with these two today, I've got to say I've been pretty happy. The method of approach with these two is different as well. You really do go by feel. And oh, look at Taco is just stealing the spotlight. Mischief is your middle name, I'm sure of that though. There we go. So, because these two have a habit of like licking their mane, their bib, sometimes when they're eating and after, I've been asked to sort of trim that up a little bit as well. But just sort of going through, doing a little bit more brush work, but looking pretty good for time. But I could have done a bit more brush work during the blow drying. Still not a bad groom so far. Hey? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you, sweetheart. Where are you going? Thank you. That feels so good right through that area. Okay, sorry, I spoke too soon. Hey. Okay, there we go. Maybe we'll try up here, hey? Yeah, I think I need to move this table as well. I've noticed more and more wanting to use it from this angle. Okay. Like the magicians, and you know, you've got the distraction when He's so cute. I know. So are you. Okay, one. Let's turn that off, I reckon. Okay, sweetie. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Up. Thank you. And down. Yeah. Probably talking to myself a bit here, but I think I'm going to do a recording at the top because there's a few things I want to keep repeating, but I don't want to keep repeating it in the groom because I'm likely to forget what I keep saying, but I'll repeat it once more. I think the idea here is to, if anything that I can do to help in the communication, it's just to spread awareness and understanding of the place, need, purpose, benefit, use another word, approach of cat grooming, why we do it, why it gets done, and yeah, challenging the notion, I guess, that cats don't need to be groomed, to which I say, it's true that not all cats need to be groomed all the time. Some would definitely still benefit from it, but I think there's a group of cats out there that absolutely do need grooming. And I'm sure the people in the internet who are very vocal about the opinion that cats shouldn't be groomed. I'll say this, I bet their heart's in the right place. And I would hope people watching this think the same of me. And yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think there's a cat groomer out there that's not loving cats and animals, period. So if we're asking a lot of them at times, or more of them than we would like, it's always with the deliberate intention of trying to make the experience calmer overall, or provide more benefit, over time. So I'm rambling a bit. So yeah, I think maybe at the top of the videos, rather than just keep going around in circles about those things, I might just pick off 1 or 2 issues. Or talking points. So, reason to get a cat groomed. They've got dandruff, dander. Perhaps they've had fur ball removal surgery in the past, or they've got lots of fur balls, and there's a concern among vets or yourselves that there might be a blockage caused. I've definitely worked on quite a few cats that are on regular schedules post fur ball surgery removal. That's a thing. It's the nastier end of the scale, but it's a thing. Big one for me, matting almost always presents itself around armpits, inside back legs first, and spreads from there. That's got its own list of causes. I know, I'm not even going to turn you to the camera because I think this is just the most comfortable way to do it. And we'll have to work on our angles later. But we are just giving you the chance to eat some food for a while without getting the fur stuck in your mouth. Okay, not bad. Good little start. Didn't matter that the camera angle wasn't good for you guys. You've been watching Tug. There we go. You'll notice Charlie can actually put his paws down on the table right now if he wants, but he's not, which tells me that this hold isn't actually something that's causing him any real distress, because if there were a lot of tension felt there, he'd be supporting his weight. Besides, I've got most of his body weight being held through the lower part of his body anyway. And whilst I can appreciate sometimes looking at a scruff technique may look a bit full on, promise if there were better ways I knew to do things, I would be doing them or working on to improve. I'm sure that in a couple of years, or a year, or every few years, I'll see changes to my grooming style, but this is where we're at today, isn't it? There we go. Okay, that's a bit kind of like you've got lapels now. Might give you that 70s tuxedo look. I think we can go for something a little bit more modern. That's good. I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Charlie's mum's here. Charlie's mum here is a hairdresser, makeup and hairdress artist, especially for weddings. So, trying to do good work. Hey, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's pretty good, hey? I think we keep pushing with you and then sign off and then just finish with your brother. And what's the time? Oh. Okay, change of plan. Let's bring... Oh, no, I'll pick him up. Okay. Thank you. Nearly out of my little saline here. Thank you, sweetheart. Pretty clean eyes, much cleaner than your brother's. I need some more of that stuff. There's more than one way to get there. We'll try another way. I'm pretty happy with that line. So we'll sign off on these areas now. Okay. Ooh, free little look there. Thank you. Okay. Oh, nearly there, buddy. Okay. Now remember that paw that you didn't want to do? What do you think about that now? The huff. All right. Okay. But Charlie, you might be a bit frustrated now, but at least you're not scared. There we go. Okay. Very close, I promise. Couldn't even finish that sentence. He's just staring at me off camera. Okay. So basically done. Basically done there, baby. We are back. Hey, baby. Do I have another towel? No. Oh my gosh. So I was thinking then that I could start thinking about an ensemble cast played by cats that I see here that are in a heist type movie like an Ocean's 11. And I wonder what your special role would be. If you want to put in the comments. I was thinking, you know, what would his purpose be and who should do the voice acting for him? And first I was kind of thinking Charlie Day. Glenn Houghton needs someone different, but Rob McElhenney, I think, could do Taco here really well. And yeah, I'm a huge Sunny fan, so, and they, hey, I know, they seem to like cats too. They appear often enough in the show, don't they, hey? Oh, you guys could be my first sponsor. Kitten Mittens. Kitten Mittens. Hey? I know. But I think you would be the decoy. You'd be caught. Yeah, you'd be like a Chris Tucker, or a, was it Mac? What's his name? Oh. You'd be on the gaming floor just making all sorts of... There's definitely some... What's the... Jackie Chan? Rush Hour. There's some Rush Hour Chris Tucker energy in you for sure. Hey? But that would be fun to see. I know, but I've got to... I'm getting it a little bit whingy, which is understandable. He kind of thinks he can't be too much longer, and he's not really. There we go. Let's actually try some of this stuff. This might work quite well for you. We'll see. Sweetheart, you're okay. It is tricky to remove the dried crust from their eyes like this, but with patience, and if you're doing it at home, I recommend saline, which you can get from like a pharmacy chemist. Now, I'm not double dipping. I turned that upside down. I know. So yeah, saline solution. This is like a pump. I get it from Kmart when they're in stock. There we go. And cotton buds. And some cats just are prone to a lot of discharge more than others. Okay, I know. But we still got to do some shaving for you too. We didn't set very clean lines before. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, hey? All right. Use that as an excuse to get some more of this. I'll be right back. And back. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. Where are we going, hey? I'm gonna come back to that, I think. Yeah, you can. You're already trying to duck out of that a bit. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, that's it. Good boy. Shh. Gosh, you're a wriggler. Thank you, handsome. Okay. Work it out. You shake that off. I know. It'd be... Well, let's put it this way. I'm not going to even try to get his shaving done perfectly today. He's just not ready for like a really high quality finish. I do. But it's true. Yay! Okay. So, not that one, we'll go for this one. A little bit more brushwork. If we can, let's bring you onto the table because that's where you wanted to go. That's where I was trying to get you. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Good boy, Taco. Okay, that's okay. Hey, hey, hey. Shh, 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 shh. This bit does need to be done. Okay, we'll try and find another way, but let's just work with our energy levels and bring them down if we can. I might wait for his parents to help me finish. It'll only take a minute, and don't want to let the video work get in the way of decision making, which I don't think it has. I don't think it will. I think it's a quick way to injure myself if I'm not careful. So, okay, let's try this. Let's try this, and let's try this. Upsy daisies. Thank you, baby. Okay, so it looks like we've got some lines that have already been set for you earlier that we're going to hit again. That's good. That's good. Okay, there's sweet clean. And I think I'm clean. If you could please. That's right, I think let's check this. Ready? Ready? Ready to go? No, we need to go up, I think. I know. I know. That's much better. Yeah, that's okay. Did you say do that? Did you say do that? Okay. I know. Some cats might be a lot of jeans. Sounds like this day. Right now. Yeah. Okay. You're a feisty boy. Big boy boots, hey? Maybe there's a blooper reel, okay? I know, come. Come here, baby, hey? Hey, babies. Come here, baby. Bye. Thank you, handsome. Handsome Charlie. Hey, Charlie boy.